Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Yep, he says, let's get to the bottom of this cord. Maybe I can get him to turn the stuff off today on the Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Early morning dealer here on Thursday, Crazy Picker Life. By stuff, I meant the band David Knight is playing there, and I didn't want that to interfere with our broadcast this morning. Banana Peeler came to me. I had to run out of my office. He says, what did you say to me?
Should I put a signature on that cord because it's going to an apartment?
Signature on a cord because it's going to an apartment. Why would you put a signature on a $12 camera cord?
Because it's worth $100.
$100 camera cord?
Yep.
Okay, let's take a little look at this here. Well, I gotta block out the address. So, Wheeler came to me and said, I got a $100 camera cord. I'm like, what? $100 camera cord? Used $100 camera cord? What the heck? $99.99. I'll be back with this.
Yeah.
So he says I have a $100 camera cord. I'm like, okay, well, what is this thing for? And he says, oh, it's for a high-end camera. How did we get it? I don't know. But I'm gonna sell it for $100. I'm like, okay, well, I might have it in inventory for a while. Whatever it takes, right? So we'll go talk to Wheeler about this. By the way, when we send anything camera related out for $100 or more, we typically will put a signature on it, unless it's going to a P.O. box or unless it's going maybe to a business location. And even some business locations like universities, schools, hospitals, hotels, it's a busy place, so sometimes I'll put a signature on that. When I get into the $150, $200, $500, $1,000 range, of course, I'm always getting a signature if I can. What else is going on, Banana Peeler?
Nothing much.
Regular day, right? A little busier? How many camera orders? 15?
16.
16? Didn't get my stuff put away yet. Okay, let's go talk to Wheeler. All right, let's take a little look at this board here. Momentum. Contest is still in swing. We're at 90,000 plus dollars listed in 50 days, 1725. And I've got Wheeler, since we've got stuff that's not the greatest anymore as far as dollar value. That's what happened on Tuesday. All right, let's go see how he's cubing here. Uh-oh. Caught him cubing. Hi, Wheeler. Okay, so what makes this a $100 cord that we sold?
It's for a originally retailing at $20,000 digital back. That's what makes it that.
Digital back, is that some kind of weird bionic back that I can put in my backpack? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Digital back?
It goes on like some sort of Hasselblad. It basically replaces the film back. You put a digital back on there and they can shoot onto SD cards or whatever.
So you need this to go from the back, which is sort of an extra?
Yeah, actually that's
to the camera?
cable. I couldn't figure out what it was. I just figured, I listed how I knew what it was and there we go.
Boom, 99 bucks out the door.
Couldn't find any of them. Just priced it out there.
Is this the only one, or do we got a couple hundred of these?
We have a couple more. Most of them are pretty deteriorated. The thing is, they still got pretty well deteriorated condition. I mean, that's $100 right there, and it's all falling apart.
Wow.
Somebody's gonna resheath it.
Wow.
So that's another one.
Let's list that up.
Funny thing is, I listed two of those unknowns, and we sold them for like 20 bucks each a while back because I couldn't figure out what they fit because I had no clue. Now I know.
So you're gaining knowledge?
That's how it works.
Okay, back to cubing.
Nope, back to work.
Okay, yeah, momentum. So, the quality of the items that I have Wheeler listing is not quite as high, and so I put sort of a daily bounty on him. Sort of a recommendation, sort of a, actually what I did is I hooked some incentives. If he can keep his airplane going at least at 1,000 a day, every day that we list, he gets a bonus every week. He gets a bonus after 3 weeks if we do it for 3 weeks. So I adjusted the contest. That's what it comes down to. The goal is the same. We're still chasing $200,000 by the end of the contest and a certain number of items, but our individual people within the contest that are going at it, I keep changing little promotions within the office. So yeah, I know. Every once in a while, come on out, see the show. I always look 10 years younger, but I always look kind of generic. Okay, I'm going to go give this cord back to BP along with this finished hot potato. And I need to finish my coffee, right? Okay, there's your hot potato back and your $100 cord. Okay, so at one point, I think, I don't know, a few years ago, we were having some issues with some things disappearing and not getting to certain locations. And I just made a decision that there would be a price point where I would put a signature on something just to get rid of that situation. One of those back and forth, claim filed, here's what you got to do, da 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 da, takes the wind out of your sails. So if somebody lives in an apartment, or if we ship something over $100, a lot of times we'll put a signature on that, and that will just take care of it. Somebody will sign, and then occasionally we'll have somebody say something like, I still didn't get it. And then we'll say, well, what's the signature? And we still have to go around and around a little bit, but not a big problem. We don't put signatures on a lot of things, but probably a couple a day. It does add up cost-wise, but then again, I think it solves some problems. So maybe it's a wash, maybe it's not. I didn't do a study on it. You can do what you need to do. This is what we do. On with the day. Now here's more what a cord should go for. This is what most of our cords sell for. This is a Metz coiled PC flash cord. It sold for $15.99, which is good for a cord. I think I'll try to find some more of those $99 cords. Give me a couple buckets of those and I might retire. Okay, finishing up some orders here. A few items that BP could not find. I moved some of these things around. I've got some of our inventory cases under here, and whenever he can't find some things, I find them and it sends a message to me that my shelves are a mess, and I know that that's a problem. I know I've got some work to do there. You know, it is, and listen, let's just dispel, look at that. Let's just dispel this. I do not have everything in my business tweaked 100%. And you might be saying, no splurp. I have never claimed that I've got everything tweaked 100%. What I'm animate about, what I speak sort of as an authority, is this is how I do it. I didn't say it was right. I just said this is how I do it. Some things I absolutely know could be tweaked, fixed, changed for the better. But again, there's a number of reasons I don't do that. One, I have a lazy part of me. Two, I have an energy part of me that is topped out with everything else I do sometimes. Three, I don't like to do certain things, and it's my business, so I don't do it. And four, should we just keep going? I mean, the point is, I could spend 2 weeks straight. You know, day one, sit down, look at what I've got for inventory, figure out all the things I need to do to make it better, to trim out the stuff that's not selling, to create storage and recall systems to put numbers on there that make it special, blah, 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 blah. I could do all that. 2 weeks. I could probably spend 2 weeks. It'd be pretty good afterwards. Would it be perfect? No, but it would be better. It's not happening. Not yet anyway. Now, I think tomorrow's Friday. I think tomorrow I'm going to reveal a version of the grand plan for our business. And it's really no different than it's been for a while. It's becoming clearer and clearer what's going to happen, what can happen, what should happen, what may happen. And I'll reveal that tomorrow. I think that'll be tomorrow's talk. I'll draw a couple diagrams, talk about some things. Now, why would that be important to you? Well, I don't know. Maybe you're just one person doing this part-time. Maybe you're a couple people, you know, family. Maybe you have some employees. Maybe you're a bigger business. Maybe you're a brick and mortar and an online business. Maybe you're just a brick and mortar. Maybe you're an adventurer. The point is, if you want models of how people are doing this business, you can develop your own. So I'm going to give you sort of a snapshot on where we are and where I'd like to see my exit plan. What's my exit plan? Well, that's only part of it, so I'll save it for tomorrow. But the point is, I see the defects in my business, and a lot of people point them out, and I don't like backseat drivers. I don't mind constructive criticism, but backseat drivers drive me nuts. For example, if you just want to talk about driving, I've had a few small accidents and a few speeding tickets and a squealing tire ticket, but that's 34 plus 35 years of driving, and I've probably driven 1 million miles, you know. And I just did quick math. 35 years, 30,000 miles a year, some years more, some years less. I'm probably not quite at 1 million miles, but it's all relative, right? So I don't necessarily need a backseat driver, nor do I want one. Now, could I improve my real driving? Sure I could. Sure I could. Could I clean the dash on my van more often? Dust it? Sure I could. Whatever, right? There's always things you can change. But then, you know, what I've had to do, I used to be a lot more of a micromanager. I used to get real tweaked off when everything wasn't going 100%. I was trained in 100%. I was trained as an engineer. I studied as an engineer. Engineers don't make mistakes. When I went into the whole ball of wax of engineering, I rebelled. I was like, I make mistakes. The engineering training said, no, you don't make mistakes. Engineers don't make mistakes. We're 100%. And I went through that, and it actually took me some time to get out of that and unwind from it and realize that relationships are more important than efficiency, although efficiency needs to be there. The real world is not a 100% world, and so to live in the 100% mindset is draining, and it tends to alienate you from everything else. So I backed off that a bit, lowered my expectations a little bit, and I decided to fight the battles I could win. I decided to do the things that were most important, and I always try to concentrate on the things that I can do the most change for the good. And that's the big picture thinking that you need in this business to grow your business. You still don't have to compromise on things that are important to you. You don't have to compromise on everything, but sometimes, what do they say? Paralysis of analysis. Some people are caught up in analysis and they don't get going. So big companies, 100 people, let's say, you should have 1 or 2 people that all they do is try to shoot for 100%. And if you're the boss, you want to have 2 good people like that. They are paid and they focus on that. And everybody in a company knows, hey, those are the 100% people. When they come into your department, get ready. But when you're a 1-person, 2-person, 5-person, 10-person, you can't put that kind of mindset in everything or you'll rock the boat. So my boat included. I'm 1 foot in running this business, the day-to-day, and I'm 1 foot in the management and big thinking of this business. And so sometimes my feet fight. Whom, whom, stop that one. No, 100%, 100%. No, reality, reality. You know, they just want to stomp each other's toes. And if one has a shoe on and the other's barefoot, good grief. Dealer, why do your toes look like that? Well, my feet fight. Oh my gosh. Do you want to see what I'm shipping here? I don't know. Nothing too exciting. A filter focusing screen, $20.99. Some sort of a Leitz Leica lens case, $38 plus shipping, going to Thailand. Flash filter kit, $15.07. And the $15.07 is important. This thing's stuck at $15.99, $15.50 for a year, and then I decided to start lowering the price on this, and then somebody bought it. So hooray, that's been sitting around for a year. Some sort of a focusing screen, $55.99. Some sort of a $12 watch. Graduated cylinders, not much, 20 bucks. Mechanic belt buckle, $13.69 plus shipping. Some sort of a Majestic big tripod, $72. That includes shipping. So nothing too exciting there. When you put it all together, I am going on, I'm going to have to do the calculations, but I'm going on 7 years full-time. Full-time income. 7 years. And it took me, well, we moved here 12 years ago, and I just was leaving another business situation that was full-time and making full-time money. It took 5 years pounding my brain, pounding the area for ideas, in and out of a couple jobs, a couple miscues, couple part-time things, da-da-da-da-da-da. Actually, I was full-time on and off in there. Obviously, when you're doing like this, sometime in there you're full-time and sometimes you're, you know, whatever. But 7 years, I think it's going to be 7 years full-time. I better look that up so I can confirm that. Could be 8. 7 years. So, for me, Crazy Picker Life, we're making it happen at the moment. Next job, besides packing those, going for a run. Better watch my watch. Oh, I got 3 minutes to change and go running. Good grief. I got to get some more things for Kate to picture and list. Her picture, me list. Alright, got back from the run. Couple other orders came in. A horse racing game that I've had for a while. I probably didn't pay a lot for it. 13 bucks plus shipping. Oh, wait, that's a shipping. 16 bucks plus shipping. I don't know what I paid for it. $5 maybe or under. And a lens hood. Hasselblad. It's just a plastic lens hood. It's a good size. It's Hasselblad. It's in good condition. $97 plus priority mail to Canada. So, Hasselblad stuff is good. There's if you can find it. There's the scoop. Okay, 20 game back in there. 22 packages going to USPS. Okay, so we had sort of a half shipping day yesterday. I packed right up to the wire. I think the last order that I packaged yesterday came in right before 11 p.m. and I did take orders down. Yesterday I think I took 8 down, and we were sitting on 5 or 6 at that time, so it wasn't real busy all day yesterday. I would have taken 12, 13 in yesterday, and then that would have backed it off to 15 or 16 today. So typical. Sales are okay, sales are steady. I'm approaching the end of my 14-day hiatus running a sale on my camera stuff. I think Saturday 6 p.m. I'm eligible to run a sale again on my 30-day listings. So I'm going to launch 2,500 listings, 11% off sometime Saturday evening. And that'll probably have a pretty dramatic effect. It did last time. You can really see it on the graph. So you do what you got to do. You keep listing and hang in there for the slight drought, and then hang on to your hats when the orders come, when things are on sale. I don't know. Whatever you got to do. Okay, I will be back in the office. Okay, so every few months, maybe, I don't know, it depends what we're doing. We haven't done camera bodies in a while, and so I don't have quite as many straps as I used to. When we do camera bodies, I'm sure I'll get another lot here in the next few months. These colored ones are better known as hippie straps. These are all camera straps, Canon, Panasonic. Got some with polka dots on there. Some Nikons or Nikon, Fine Pix, Pentax, Momaya, Sony, and a Tamarack, and a whole bunch of miscellaneous. And so I don't know how many are here. I'll get a quick count for the auction, and I don't know if I'll sell them at auction, or if I'll put it at a buy it now. But either way, these go pretty well in lots like this. Now I could piece these out. I'm just not in the mood to inventory them, house them, sort them, find them later. I'm just going to wholesale them out. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to do a wholesale lot most days if I have the time and energy, and then also try to get 10 items for Kate to picture. So up in the game. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I grabbed this out of there before I took the pictures. Lake, I'm going to take that to Wheeler and see what he thinks. Well, there you go. Leica neck strap from the 80s. Only one listed, 70 bucks from Japan. Wheeler says 40 bucks all day long, every day, 365, 1,000 millennium years. Okay, so here's my plan. We have sorted items into items for Wheeler, and then we further sorted Wheeler's items into like totes. And I did some sorting for some items that are either not Wheeler worthy for him to list. They're not high enough dollar, or not easy enough for him to list to make it worth it. And I've been listing some of those, and some of that stuff has been set aside and sorted through, and that's it. I'm done. So I don't know if this has been through how many times, but Wheeler doesn't want it, most likely. And so I am going to go and look each of those items up on the computer. If I can find it and it's worth listing, I'm listing it. Lickety clickety snippety snap. I will be putting it out on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18, 9, 10 board. I know everybody likes that. That's where Kate takes items and takes pictures, and then we list those, and then anything I can't identify, I'll run by Wheeler. If I can identify it and it's not worth anything, or it smells like musty old underwear or whatever, it's going in the old throw out box. So one way or another, this stuff is not sitting around. Now there might also be some items that go in the lots to tote up and sell, so I will be putting those temporarily on the table, and then I will help them find their way to the respective box, which I'm taking those boxes soon, one a day hopefully, or at least 3, 4 a week, whatever I can handle, and they're going out the door too. So massive action is happening. Okay, I was hoping I would get enough for 10 auctions. I didn't. I did get some stuff to throw away. I got a few things to lot up that I put back in the back room for when I'm pulling lots of stuff out. And then here is the next tote. So this is now the way I do it. I go tote by tote by tote, and it is ultimate death triage. List, throw, or lot up. And a few of those list items might go to Wheeler. Okay, got my 10 items plus a couple possible to go on Amazon. These list up at 20 bucks on there. I will probably undercut that price. See if I can move that out. Cable release cord. Here are some stickers. I believe they were used for film. Photographs do not bend. Yes, they were used for film. I looked up do not bend stickers. I didn't put photographs in there. So 5 rolls of those. Those will sell. Bessler lens board. That's pretty good. That should go for 20-30 bucks. Polaroid portrait kit, real nice in there, will go for 10 or more plus shipping. Hasselblad finder, probably 30. Kodak gray cards, I don't know. Those are decent. There's a couple extra in there. Not a lot of them listed, not a lot of them made it. They don't make them anymore. It has something to do with film developing, backs for putting pictures in. I don't know. I'll put these Polaroids at auction, 360 and 100. I don't know what they'll go for, but auction 99 cents plus a flat rate. Shipping box you can't lose. Minolta flash doesn't go for much. However, this one is close to unused, in the box, has a case, has instructions. Probably go okay. Kodak black and white darkroom data guide. This will go pretty good. Somebody will want that for 10 or more plus shipping. Some film darkroom clips for hanging pictures, and an EGFA loop 8 times. So nothing outstanding. The big win is that is full, and I get to throw that out. Boy, that doesn't happen very often. So we're down to that point. I like it. That almost makes me more excited than if I sell all this stuff for, I don't know, $150, $170. I guess that's good too. Funny how the small wins are big wins. Okay, so big progress today. I'm going to spend the rest of the day listing and reading with my second and third grader. Very challenging, very rewarding. Oh, so thanks for watching. Show tomorrow again, I think, will be on where we're heading and some thoughts on building a business of multiple people. Should be a good discussion. I'll see how in control / wired up I can get it all out under an hour. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate the thumbs up if you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and pick well, list often, comment below. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.